There's one sandwich that has gone viral lately. I've never made it before. It's called chopped Italian sandwich. It has to be delicious because I have seen it everywhere. YouTube, TikTok, anywhere you can think of. Now, the best part about this sandwich is that it's extremely easy to make. But is it good? Well, we're about to find out right now. I've seen so many variations and you can literally use any ingredients you like. However, for my version, this is what I got. We got to start with the meats, everybody. We got salami, old-fashioned ham, pepperoni, provolone, and just because I have it, Parmesan cheese. To be specific, the real deal, Parmigiano Reggiano. However, most of the versions that I've seen online, they're only using two meats, pepperoni and salami, and whatever kind of cheese you like. But you got to make it your own, everybody. There's no rules with the sandwich. For the bread, since it's your sandwich, use whatever it is that you like. But I'm going to be using this Italian bread. I just found it on my local deli, and that's what we're going to be using. And then we got the veggies. Not that important. Let's just begin. I'm just joking, everybody. Keep it healthy. I got lettuce right here. Just lay it down. Go in with the tomatoes, onions, peppers. How cute is that? Some of the juice, pepperoni. A good amount. Honestly, everybody, you don't even need to make it pretty. You just gotta throw it in. Salami. Now, in all the ones that I've seen, they don't use this, which is ham, but I love ham. Let me know in the comments down below if you like too. For the cheese, I'm gonna go in with the provolone cheese. Almost sounds like I'm making TikTok. What's up, Albert? And now all there's left to do is to chop it up. And for that, you don't have to use this, but you should. Now we chop. Hold up, I need help. Now, as you guys can see, I chopped everything nicely and fine. I don't want to overdo it because I don't want it to be minced, you know? So I left a little bit of texture. Now, next up, I'm gonna add some red wine vinegar, some extra virgin olive oil, crushed red chili flakes to make it spicy, even though I can't handle it. You all know that already. Yo, that is spicy, boy! Adding some peperoncino, Italian seasoning. Now, I know already what you're gonna say. Don't do it, Guga. Don't do it. Japanese mayo. Oh, it's so good though. I know my Italian friends are not gonna like that. To redeem myself, Parmigiano Reggiano. A good amount, everybody, because I love Parmigiano Reggiano. I absolutely love it. It's gonna bind everything together. And now we mix it once again. I must say, everybody, it looks like a mess, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna taste good. I don't know. Now, to finish it up, slice up the bread. In here, I'm gonna add a little bit more flavor. Some vinegar, olive oil, the Italian seasoning. Now I'm gonna split this up. We add in the Italian mix, good amount. Now that is the viral chopped Italian sandwich. How does it taste? So thank you guys for helping me make this sandwich. I appreciate it. Are you familiar with this, Frenchie?
Apparently, this is like the latest craze, right?
Yeah. I know you're a sandwich aficionado. What do you think?
You know, I've seen this trend. I gave it a try, and I'm gonna say, I think we're all gonna be very pleased.
But would you make it in your shop?
No.
Why?
Listen, you're gonna be taking the time to chop up the ingredients. People in New York want their sandwich fast and good, and this is not gonna make it that much more good. All the flavors are in here to make an incredible sandwich. I already know what the ingredients are. They're all gonna work.
Okay, I say we taste it. Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers. Wait.
Oh, wait. Perfect.
We gotta French it up.
Absolutely.
That's so good.
It's delicious.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know, right? That is amazing, everybody. It's easy to make, but on a restaurant setting, the way you said it,
right,
chopping everything, it's just not worth the time.
It's not worth the time.
What do you think, Frenchie?
Definitely a home sandwich.
I think it's so good because everything's chopped up for you. It's like for lazy people, right? Like you don't have to chew any extra. Everything is extremely soft and tender, and the flavors are just
So
perfect.
is it called a Brian sandwich?
Oh. You.
I wonder if this works also as a steak sandwich, chopping everything up.
I think people do that already, right?
You have like a Philly cheesesteak where it's very much chopped up on the hot.
Where they're doing it on the griddle.
On the griddle, yeah,
right?
on the flat top. It works. Listen, I do agree. It marries all the flavors wonderfully.
Guys, I'll be honest with you. It is exactly what it looks like when you're making it. It is not a sexy sandwich, everybody. I will say that. When you're chopping everything up, mixing it all together, especially when you add the mayo.
The mayo does make it a little bit more
creamy.
That's a good word to use.
But it is a delicious sandwich, easy to make, and I recommend you trying it at home. What about you guys?
For home, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? You can probably make this batch in advance, leave that in the fridge, and then portion it out for the whole family.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
That's a great idea, French. I didn't even think about that. Guys, those are the results. Make sure you guys go check out Chef Brian. Everything will be a link on the description, and so will Frenchie, our great, incredible burger man. That's what I'm gonna call you from now on.
The burger man?
The French onion soup burger, man. Because I gotta say, this guy's French burger is just next level, everybody, isn't it?
That's actually the only reason why I'm friends with him.
I take offense.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one before these guys go at it. Chill out, gentlemen. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. It has arrived, everybody. I mean, take a look at it. Wow. Gotta say, it's a nice succulent pig. Oh my God, piece of heaven. What's up, everybody? Today I'm here in Madrid, Spain. I gotta say, this place is beautiful, and I had a unique opportunity today to visit the oldest restaurant in the world. When I say old, I mean old. If I'm not mistaken, it is from 1975? No.
1725.
1725, wow. Now this restaurant is known for one specific thing. We're talking about the succulent pigs. As soon as I walked in, I first saw the oven. Man, check it out. So this is the oven that they make all of the pigs and everything. Look at the amount of pigs. And the story goes that that fire inside of that oven has never been put out. Gotta say, that is incredible. How do you run 24/7? Well, I don't know how, but they do. Now, just like you would expect, the restaurant is kind of very small and cozy. Now, the menu is quite simple. We have quite a good selection to order, but we were there for one reason. That's the succulent pig. So here's the deal. In order for you to order the whole pig, you gotta order 6 portions. Each portion is $27.15. There's only 2 people here, me and my wife. We're gonna order the whole pig. At the same time, I'm not gonna lie, I like to order different things. So we also order some croquetas. You can really taste the bechamel sauce in there. Addicting. Really, really good. Shortly after, the succulent pig arrived, and let me tell you something, that is a spectacle. It has arrived, everybody. I mean, take a look at it. Wow, unbelievable. But now he's gonna cut it open for us. ¿Cuál la mejor parte? Ah, la costilla. I just asked him which is the best part, and he told me that obviously the ribs. Oh my God, piece of heaven. A little bit of potatoes. Unbelievable. And of course, a little bit of the juice. The smell that is coming out of this thing is intoxicating. The skin is very, very crunchy, pretty much like crackling. Oh, I have one on my plate, and I want to take a little bit of the ham just to try here. Wow, 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 wow. It literally falls apart, everybody. I can understand why this has been going on for so many years. One of the things that surprised me the most is that they don't season that thing with anything. There's no rub, there's nothing. It's literally done the same exact way since the beginning of that restaurant. And it's all about that fat that has been rendered. Man, that was incredible, man. The potatoes, they don't do anything special either. It's straight up cooked on the fat of the pig. Let's try it. Oh, so good. You see, the pig is as natural as it gets because it does not have any crazy flavor. It is very mild, extremely fatty, and the skin, since it's a succulent pig, it's very, very thin. It's not like a chicharrón that you'll find it anywhere in the US. That was a great meal. We enjoyed it quite a bit. But there's one other thing on that restaurant that I had to see, and that was the wine cellar. It has been there since the beginning of time. Literally, as soon as you start walking down the stairs, it's like you're there in the 1700s. The smell in here is insane. It's like very, very moist. A lot of mold, a lot of history, and a lot of wine. Quick reminder, everybody, my book tour is going on right now. I'll be in these cities for the next few weeks. Love to see you guys there. All links will be in the description. That was an incredible lunch. But now we're gonna go to a flamenco show, which also has a Michelin star restaurant in there. Should be really delicious. I cannot wait. Now the place we're going is called Corral de la Moreria. As soon as you walk in, it's like you're taken back in time. The seats are ridiculously small, and so are the tables. The first course was a soup. It is a veal-based soup that is just almost impossible to describe the flavor. Wow, I've never tasted anything like this. It's almost like a custard, like a chocolate custard. really, really good. Second course, I ordered salmon. Now the salmon was perfectly cooked, nice and flaky, but the star on this dish right here was the sauce. It is an extremely buttery sauce, and it made the salmon really nice. But as soon as we had that course, then the show began. This was literally breathtaking. The energy that they have in there, it's something you must see. That show is what I like to call 10 out of 10 will highly recommend. But hey, don't forget that in the middle of everything, we still had some food, and the lamb chop arrived. It was delicious. And to wrap it up, we had some dessert. I had kind of like a bread pudding, which was good. It's nice and sweet, but I'm not a big sweet dessert guy. Let me know if you are. Now, this entire day was an amazing experience. Being able to experience the oldest restaurant in the world is just insane. Eating something that was done centuries ago and you can still have it today is something you cannot pass on. People in Madrid are passionate people. They are proud of their culture. And not only can you see in every single person you meet, but you can also taste it on their food. I love Spain and I love Madrid. Let me know where you're from because I would love to visit you next, because this trip is something I will never forget. Quick reminder everybody, my book tour is going on right now. I'll be in these cities for the next few weeks. Make sure you come check it out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care everybody. Bye-bye. Thanks Chef IQ for sponsoring today's video. On today's video, I am going to be cooking this steak that has been at room temperature for over 3 years. Is it gonna be good? Is it gonna be bad? I have no idea, but I'll tell you one thing. When we're done, we're all gonna eat it and let you know. Now, the reason this is 3 years old is because I used a process called freeze dry. It is literally the same exact thing that they use in the space shuttle. That is why this steak has not gone bad yet. Well, at least that's my hope. If you are unfamiliar with this method, the way it works is that the machine removes all of the moisture from the steak, allowing it to later be rehydrated and most importantly, not go bad. But is it gonna taste the same? I don't know. We're about to find out right now. First thing we gotta do is open it up. Let's see how it smells. Ooh, not quite sure if this is a good idea. So what it smells like, it's like beef jerky with a combination of old meat. Now, since all of the water has been removed from the steak, the first thing we need to do is rehydrate it. Put it in a container like this, and I'm gonna fill it up with water, which was exactly what was removed. Wow, it immediately changed color and it started absorbing the water, almost like a sponge. Now, it does not matter what I do, it takes a little second for the entire steak to reabsorb the whole thing. As that's happening, let's go ahead and make a side dish. And this is today's side dish. Look at it, everybody. To make it, it's pretty simple. We're gonna start with a good amount of mac and cheese, everybody. Next thing is shredded chicken. This is rotisserie style chicken. Now a good amount of hot sauce. I mean, it's to your preference how much you wanna add. Followed by some green onions. Now we mix and combine all of the ingredients together. Any kind of cheese you like, I chose cheddar. We're gonna grab that and we're gonna make kind of like a handful. We want these balls to be kind of big. Put it right in the middle and I'm just gonna compress it. We want to make a big ball, everybody. The bigger the better. We're looking for 1 serving per person, so probably the size of a baseball. And now it's pretty simple, everybody. We first run them through flour, followed by egg wash, and to finish into breadcrumbs. And there we have it, everybody, ready to be fried. Got the oil at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're just gonna lower in there. Notice that the ball is nice and strong, so it's not coming apart on me. Got the crust that I want. I mean, take a look at it. Nice golden brown, exactly what I was looking for. And there we have it. Let's take a look inside. Ooh. Now that is an epic side dish. Side dish turned out fantastic, but let's see the real star of the show. Oh, ho, 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 ho. For comparison, just in case, I'm gonna also cook a real steak that is fresh. Because, you know, in case my guys don't like it. But, I mean, take a look at it, everybody. So that is what a 3-year-old steak looks like, everybody, after it has been completely rehydrated. It's still kind of hard, I'm not gonna lie. Here on the side, we have the fresh steak. I'm gonna be cooking these steaks on the grill. To season them, I'll keep it real simple, a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder. Now that we got the steaks ready, let's go outside and cook them. All right, it's time to rock and roll. Let's cook these. Now here's what I noticed immediately. Oh boy, this right here, the 3-year-old steak, ooh, it's frying up really quickly. So I better pay attention here. What? What is that? This thing is on fire. Okay, I'm gonna rotate. Wow, that is insane. I didn't expect it to be that quick. Wow, it is on fire and the fat is rendering so fast. Take a look at it. Are you kidding me? That is complete madness. Let's take a look at it. What? And then the other one is not even like halfway done yet. What? Ooh, look at this one on fire. Absolute fire. What? That's it for that one. How is that even possible, everybody? I'm talking about the steak got cooked in 30 seconds. Obviously, it's not fully cooked all the way internally, but the outer crust, yes. Now that is what I'm used to. And finally, after about 2 minutes, steak is done.
Okay.
We got a nice, beautiful crust, but the steak's still raw inside, and we're gonna use our Chef IQ wireless thermometer to monitor the temperature. Let's see how easy it goes in on a normal steak, piece of cake. But now the other one, I'm even gonna put it like this, everybody. Let's see. Oh, surprisingly, it went in very, very, very nicely. Now we want to cook it in indirect heat until it reaches an internal temperature of 135. Steaks are finally done. Let's slice it open. Exactly what we were looking for. Perfectly medium rare. So juicy. Next one, our experimental steak, everybody. Crispy. Ooh. We got the whole crew to give it a try, everybody. Now, here's the thing. This is an experimental steak, okay? We have the control, the experimental. It looks a little bit different.
A little bit.
And we got an amazing side dish, though. But give me your honest opinion on the experimental steak. I really want to know if it's good, bad, or ugly.
We try that one first?
Yes, try it whichever direction you guys want to go.
Control.
Control.
Oh my God, you guys are savages.
Ooh, that's so good.
That's a steak.
I don't even want to go try that other one. That one looks so nasty. This steak is delicious.
Tender, it's juicy.
High five me, brother.
All right, guys, what's next?
Side
dish for sure. Damn, these are some Guga portions right here. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow. Good choice, guys. The crunch on that is crazy. Gooey cheese, nice chicken, great flavor on it. This is a killer side dish.
Is it 0 calories?
No. The best part about this side dish is we have 1, 2, 3, 4 lactose intolerance guys right here.
Enough of the side dish, everybody.
Okay. All right. Damn, we have to try that now?
You said that's cooked?
This doesn't even look like a steak.
Oh my God.
Looks like a dry tire.
Boom. Roasted.
Doesn't smell bad. Oh, what the hell?
It's a little rubbery.
Oh man, there's zero juice on that.
Pretty sure that's a war crime.
Guga, what are we doing here?
That juice divorced this steak, bro. I don't know where that went.
Heinous.
And garbage. Gross. Dog food.
Come on, guys. It's not that bad.
Take another bite.
Well, so that steak right there is literally what they take to space, and it was freeze-dried for 3 years.
Do I look like Lance Armstrong?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. So, obviously it's not gonna taste anything like a control steak, but would you say it's edible if you're starving to death and that's all you gotta eat?
Yeah, it's
Maybe. Yeah. I think they should definitely leave it in space though.
With the Chef IQ app, now you can taste exactly what I'm tasting, all by following along these guided cooking recipes step by step. Thanks Chef IQ for sponsoring this video. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye. Today we're going to be reacting to the most popular and viral foods on TikTok. Some of them are great, a few of them is just way too funny, and others just a complete disaster. Let's begin.
Today we're putting penis in the crock pot.
You know, I can't say much because I actually cooked it for my videos as well. I wanted to try it to see and find out if it tastes good. But I'll tell you one thing. I made this pizzo, aka penis, taste so good that my people still remember it today. I made a taco out of it and a birria taco out of it. They couldn't believe it because I didn't tell them what it was. But this is what they said.
Pretty good.
Whatever it is, it doesn't taste very strong.
Oh yeah, they like that pizzo, everybody. You gotta be kidding me. I've tried cooking a steak on a toaster oven, everybody, and it is a complete disaster. Yes, it cooks because it's heat and steak. It will cook it, but at the same time, it will be the worst steak you ever had in your life. As you can see, even her face in the end didn't look like she enjoyed it. It's so bad that she even messed it up with some sauce.
That's another way to do it.
Oh, man. Oh, but hey, at least he's practicing it. He's trying as his best. But that was just extra, extra cute. I always try to motivate the youngsters to get the job done, everybody. Get them young in the kitchen. They will enjoy the process. It's a good thing. He just looks so sad in the end.
This is Nona's secret sauce. She wants a video of you trying it for the first time.
Noni? Hi, Noni. How are you? Is she on FaceTime?
No, it's just video. What do you think?
It's good. It's real good. You know how many times I have to do that? I'm not gonna say who cooked it, but some people you know cooked food and it was like, was it good? Oh my God, it was delicious. You have no idea, better than mine.
Here's our food styling secret for perfect grill marks. We use a charcoal starter. The marks look great on camera, and the food is still edible.
So fake. I hate fake food, everybody. Whenever you're doing food styling, there's so many tricks out there. They use glue instead of milk for cereal. Whenever they're putting syrup on top of the pancake, they use oil. It's just horrible. And here's a funny story for you. When I was doing my book shoot, they wanted to use crazy things. I said, no, if it doesn't look perfect, it's fine, but at least it will be authentic. Everything I put it on my cookbook is 100% real.
I'm so sick and tired of people telling me, oh my God, it's still alive. Oh my God, it's bleeding. Oh my God, it's raw. Listen, dude, it's medium rare. That's how you're supposed to eat a steak.
Yes, you idiot, a steak, not a chicken. You don't eat chicken medium rare? Oh my God, this is reminding me of when I dry aged chicken. Man, it was so bad, everybody. I highly recommend you not doing that at home. But it is a practice in Japan to eat raw chicken. Medium rare steak is amazing. Medium rare chicken belongs in the trash. That's Leo. That's my Leo. That boy is as messy as he gets. But look at this kid. Oh, he is enjoying that thing. And most importantly, he's still sleeping. Listen, whenever you're sleeping and you're still eating food and it tastes amazing, you know that pasta was real good. That was awesome.
I can't get the damn skin on the pork belly to get crispy. I only tried making this 3 times and each attempt was a different technique. This time I tried baking it to have more control over the temperature. I also tried to use bamboo skewers instead of a knife to poke as many holes as possible in the skin.
Alright, so next day...
This time I also let the pork belly rest overnight in the fridge instead of just going straight into the oven.
Alright, so I got it to puff up, but it also looks kind of like soft. You know, some of it's crunchy and some of it's soft, so I don't know if I messed up, but...
Yes, you did mess up. Cooking pork belly can be very, very tricky, but if you follow certain steps, it's easy. You must cook it in 2 different stages. If you try to cook everything like the way he did in 1 stage, it's just not gonna work. First, you wanna cook it and render the fat underneath the skin as much as possible. You do that by setting your oven not too hot. Usually, I like to do it at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. I also like to cover with aluminum foil a little bit the skin to protect it. All you're trying to do first is render the fat underneath the pork belly. Once it's cooked to 180 degrees Fahrenheit, then you want to crispen up the skin. To do that, you take out the pork belly, set your oven on the highest setting on the broiler, stick the pork belly in there without the aluminum foil, and it will crispen up like this. Every single step that he did before that is also necessary if you want the most crispiest skin. Let it dry on your refrigerator overnight. You can even use a little bit of vinegar to put right on top, which turns out incredible. And most importantly, use a little bit of salt if you put it on the refrigerator overnight so that it can draw out even more moisture. This will give you an incredible, crunchy, delicious pork belly. And if you follow these steps, it's gonna be easy. Ah, here you go. Salt Bay. Oh, excuse me, Butter Bay. Zero skill. At least Salt Bay trying to make it look good. This Butter Bay guy is just full of butter. Look at his face. His face is just sad, everybody. As soon as it happens, it was like, my life is over. Wow. This guy's quick. That is a nice crispy crust. You see, that's a very important step that he did right there, which he actually finished it in the oven. If you don't finish it in the oven, then it's going to be raw in the middle and the cheese will also not melt. Make sure to finish it in the oven. And at the same time, chicken cordon bleu is very, very dry. So making a sauce is a must, and I think that's what he's doing next. Nice. Nice. Oh, I will eat the crap out of that, man. That looks amazing. But obviously it's chicken. If you don't put a sauce, it's not going to be as good. He made an incredible sauce. I really like that TikTok.
I asked my waiter to remove the fish bones because the chef forgot to.
That takes some skills. I've tried that. It is not that simple to do. Don't go try it at home and thinking you're gonna get it the very, very first time. It takes skills, everybody. And you can see that's a sous chef because he had got an apron on. Come on. Yeah. That was a nice one. I've tried this. It is not impossible to do, but you just need practice. It's doable. 17 million views, the part of the fish as well. Now my question to you is, you like caviar? Do you enjoy it? Because a lot of people don't. And depending on what it is that you're putting it on, it's actually good. Those are the most viral foods on TikTok. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks SNS Grills for sponsoring this video. On today's videos, these beautiful steaks were marinated with something quite unique. I can say the same thing for these wonderful skewers as well, because I used a very unusual ingredient for us here in the US, and that would be this 7-Up. Now just hear me out before you think I'm crazy. My good friends from the Philippines have been using this to marinate meats for decades, and I think they are on to something. And today I'm gonna run an experiment that I think it's gonna blow my mind. And here's how it's done. The first and most important ingredient is banana ketchup. And to make it, it's quite simple, because you just gotta throw everything into a blender, starting first with white onions, followed by garlic, some chili peppers, cayenne pepper, turmeric, allspice seasoning, smoked paprika, and finish it off with avocado oil. Blend everything on high and immediately throw into a large skillet. Start cooking it under medium heat, add some tomato paste and stir. As that's simmering, you want to go ahead and grab some bananas. These are some little cute ones, but in all honesty, you can use any ones you like. Using the same exact blender, throw them in. Followed by some ginger, soy sauce, vinegar, some fish sauce. Close up the lid and blend everything up once again. As now, you want to go ahead and add that in. Mix everything together and start cooking it. To finish it up, you want to add a generous amount of brown sugar. Mix that until everything is fully dissolved. Let it cook so everything can reduce. As in the end, you are left with this banana ketchup. Nice and simple to make. But now to combine it with our special ingredient, 7-Up. So first, you want to add that into a bowl, followed by the banana ketchup, soy sauce, some lime juice, black pepper, brown sugar, and garlic. Mix that up real good until everything combines, and this is our 7-Up marinade, which is supposed to make every meat taste better. Well, we're gonna find out right now, as the most used meat for this marinade is this, pork shoulder. So I went ahead and started chopping it up, cut it in small cubes. Doing this will give a lot more surface area to the meat so that we can marinate it to its maximum potential. After placing it inside of the marinating container, I went ahead and poured a generous amount of the marinade inside. Then I mixed everything together to ensure they were fully coated with it, covered up the lid, and used my hand pump to pull the vacuum. And after 1 hour in the refrigerator, it was time to release the pressure because it was now ready. As you can see, they are nicely marinated. We're not gonna let any of the marinade go to waste, so I threw that into a pan, and as soon as it started simmering, I threw in some cornstarch slurry, which is just a mix of water and cornstarch. And as you can see, as I'm whisking everything up, it will start thickening up on you real quick. I'll be using this to baste the meats as it will give an incredible flavor. Talking about that, the next thing to do is to go ahead and skewer them. That is pretty simple though. Just make sure to soak the skewers overnight. That way they won't burn on you too badly. As now outside we go to get them grilled. And the wonderful thing about this grill is that it has already the slow and sear attachment, which allows you to cook with 2 zones. And for these skewers, that's what we want. Super hot heat. Nice and fast, because the pieces of meats are super small. If you don't have enough heat, you will never get it to char up. And most importantly, you will just sting because it's wet from the marinade. So you are really looking for extreme heat here. It is one of the reasons I love to use this grill. But once I was done grilling all of them, check it out. We have all of our skewers perfectly cooked, nicely charred up, and exactly what I was looking for. And like I said previously, our friends from the Philippines love this stuff on pork. And even though they use in different types of meat, it was never tried on steaks. But we're gonna find out right now if it's gonna be good or not. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 beautiful New York strip. As you can see, they are choice grade and perfect for this. I seasoned them well with a good amount of salt, followed by freshly ground black pepper and garlic powder, and they were now ready. One will be the control. The other one, I first added a generous amount of the marinade into the container, placed my steak in there, covered the whole thing up with even more marinade, placed the lid right on top, and immediately pulled in the vacuum. Because as that was marinating, I decided to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. And if you love shrimp, you're gonna like this one, as it is simple and easy to make. First, grab some shrimp. The easiest way I know how to remove the vein is this. You want to grab a toothpick, place it right over here, and you're able to pull out the vein that most people don't like. It's that simple, friends. So after removing all of the shells and deveining them, into a bowl I threw in some cornstarch, followed by the shrimp we just deveined, tossed it up until everything was fully coated, as once I had a bunch, it was time to make a quick batter. So into a bowl I threw in some all-purpose flour, followed by cornstarch, baking powder, 1 egg, and some water. Mix that up real good until I had this kind of consistency. As now the only thing left to do is to fry them. So first they go into the batter and immediately into a 350 degrees Fahrenheit oil. You want to cook them nice and slow. You're looking for that nice golden brown color, as once you have done a bunch, you definitely want a sauce to go along with it. For this one, into a bowl I threw in some butter, garlic, some Parmesan cheese, parsley, a pinch of salt, and black pepper. Mix that up real good, and my garlic butter sauce is now ready. So to plate it, I added the butter right in the middle, followed by a generous amount of the shrimps, and in the end we have the perfect side dish to go along with some steaks. And I have a feeling that those steaks are gonna be real good. Because remember, one of them have been marinating for quite some time in 7-Up. So I went ahead and removed the air and take a look. Oh boy, this one looks quite different. It is nice and soft, and I only wish you could smell the marinade. I cannot wait to find out how this is gonna taste. As now I set them down on a cooling rack, and outside we go to cook them. Like always, the first thing to do is to put a nice wonderful sear. You want to make sure to set the grill to 2 zones cooking. Getting a crust as fast as possible is the key here, and at the same time avoiding grill marks as much as possible. Keep flipping the steaks as many times as necessary, by the way. As once you are happy with the crust, don't forget to also sear up the edges. To finish it up, you want to insert a thermometer and cook them in indirect heat until you reach your preferred doneness. As in the end, check it out. You are left with this, a perfectly cooked steak, which I'm hoping that it's going to taste fantastic with the 7-Up marinade. We're about to find out right now. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat. So let's do it.
I know it looks good, and before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor, S&S Grills. For all of you that have been watching me for a while, you already know how much I love my S&S Grill. My kettle grill is the main thing I use to make all of my B-roll, and it has been for years. Well, now S&S has released their latest masterpiece, the Master Kettle, with an all-new next-level design. The Master Kettle comes with a sleek black finish, a new heavy-duty cart for stability and mobility. Trust me, those steaks are not going anywhere while you cook. Plus, it's got tons of storage space and a prep table built in too. But the real magic is the Slow and Sear Deluxe insert. This is their patented charcoal basket that allows you to get a Master Chef quality sear and versatility to cook at low temperatures or even smoke with it. This grill really can do it all. One of my favorite features is the Easy Spin grate, which allows me to easily spin the grate to ensure I get that perfect crust and juicy interior. Not to mention that it's loaded with pro features like a lid cradle, built-in temp gauge, a probe port, and adjustable smoke hole. I love my old kettle grill, but the new Master Kettle is a massive upgrade that can do everything my old grill did and more. So if you're interested in S&S Grills, check them out on the link in the description, because now let's get right back to it. All right, everybody, and here we got our beautiful feast. Gentlemen, what do you guys think, huh?
Steak, chicken,
maybe,
and shrimp. I'm excited.
All protein, except a little bit here. We got some deep fry, but you know, we got to keep this man healthy.
We're going all around the world with these types of proteins, Guga. I like this, man.
100%. By the way, it's not chicken, it's pork. So here's the deal. I want to know your honest opinion on these 2 steaks right here. The experiment is is all about these two steaks, okay? This is just extra because we're hungry.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if this is two side dishes or how this is working.
No. We're gonna try this as well and this as also, but it's mainly about this. And today, unlike other experiments, I'm actually gonna tell you what the experiment is all about. So here's the deal. My good Filipino friends, they usually use 7-Up on a lot of their marinades.
Oh.
So this has 7-Up all over the place, okay?
Oh my God. Angel likes Coke, but I like Sprite and 7-Up and stuff like that.
I wanna know if you feel it, or if the 7-Up is adding something, or you just love the overall marinade of these two little things over here. Just be honest, tell me how it is. Enough talking.
Yes,
and let's go. Right here, grab your skewer. Yes, so this is more like the traditional version on how they do it, okay? This Filipino pork skewer. I really wanna know you guys' honest opinion on this one here. Because I'll tell you one thing, guys, there's one thing that you guys cannot tell when you're watching the video, and that's the smell. Tell them.
Dude, this smells so freaking good.
Well, I don't know, there's like the marinade, it's like sweet, there's a charcoal smell to it, I don't know.
It smells freaking good, bro. Can we eat this now?
Enough. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, that's good.
That is good.
I love the char.
It's so different though. It has a nice porky flavor, but there's like a hint of sweetness there that's really nice. And like you're saying, like I guess the marinade or the sugars caramelize very well when you're cooking this. So like you have a nice crispy exterior, but it still has the flavor of that sweet marinade.
Yeah, it's very light too.
Yeah.
It's not very powerful. What do you think, Sebastian? You like?
There's only one flaw. It's not very salty. But other than that, the charcoal, like he was saying, the charcoal and the sweetness goes very well. I have no complaints.
You are right. It's a lot more sweet than it is savory. That is delicious. I highly recommend you giving this a try, everybody. It is fantastic. And like Sebastian said, more towards the sweet side. So I'm wondering how it's gonna work with the steak. And we're gonna be honest, but first, shrimp.
Oh, surf and turf, baby.
Yeah, shrimp. Okay, so obviously we got some nice butter. So go ahead and do a little bit of the dunkage on that butter over there, Leo. I wanna know your honest opinion in there. How does it smell, guys? I wanna know your honest opinion.
Oh, that butter smells incredible. It's crazy. I'm so excited for this right
now. A lot of garlic on this one.
All right, enough talking. Let's give it a go. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh man.
Seafood and meat are the perfect marriage, man. That is so delicious.
I love how the breading on the shrimp is a little bit thick, so that sauce seeps into it, absorbs all of it, and you can taste that delicious buttery garlic flavor in every bite. And this is something Angel would not appreciate.
No, you won't eat that.
Because I appreciate it.
If you are wondering why the sauce looks like this a little melty right now, everybody, it's just because I put it on a food warmer to warm up. But you like?
No,
good?
It's delicious.
Okay, enough. But can we try on the experiment? Because we can tell you right away, with pork is delicious, but I'm not quite sure about the steak.
Ooh.
Because they also have something that's called banana ketchup.
Banana ketchup?
Yeah.
No, I've never heard that.
Fair enough. Now let's try the first one here to see if it's an improvement or not. Please dig in, Sebastian.
So is this the control steak?
Always. We gotta let you know if it's an improvement or a downgrade. Let's see. You ready? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. That's so good.
That's good. Oh, damn, that's really good.
If you guys thought that those skewers got a nice char, the steak has a much better one, let me tell you. I can feel that strong charcoal flavor, and this thing is juicy.
Savory enough for you? Oh, man. I just reminded myself how much better beef is than pork.
I'm sorry, I need to try something.
Oh, you're going in. That's gonna be good.
That's crazy.
That is a good steak. That is delicious. Let's try the next one. Please dig in. I mean, it smell different or no? Smell weird?
It's not weird, but it definitely smells different.
It smells a little bit like this one.
Yes, exactly. It has that marinade.
I want to see how this banana ketchup 7-Up marinade is going to taste.
All right. Well, let's find out right now. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Okay.
Maybe it's better with this one.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely better with the pork for sure. This one you lose a lot of the beefiness. I feel like you still get that slight sweetness. If the sweetness was a little bit stronger, it would be much more enjoyable, but the sweetness is so mild.
It's a bland steak. It says bland, there's just nothing to it.
Yeah, it needs more salt.
Yes.
It's more savoriness.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%. Even though that it was marinated and savored, but it has that little hint of sweetness, which you would expect from 7-Up. And it goes perfectly well with pork. But with beef, not loving it.
I still ate the whole thing because I'm hungry, but it's definitely not better than the control, I think.
I will say this, it's not bad, but it's definitely not better.
I won't have that again.
No?
No. This I will always, yeah. This, yeah, and the control. But the experiment.
Forget that one.
Yeah.
We will always tell you guys like it is, everybody. It didn't work out so much for beef, but it definitely worked out for pork. But those are the results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dal. Strong for sponsoring this video.
On today's video, Wagyu mac and cheese, gentlemen.
What?
Yes.
Yo, I love that this is not Guga Foods.
This channel's different.
This channel is different. Roll the tape.
This is picanha, the queen of all meats. It has that name straight from Brazil. Now this is not like any other picanha you might have seen before, because it is a Wagyu picanha straight from Japan. And as you can clearly see as I'm taking each individual slice, this thing has great marbling. And that's what you want whenever you're looking for any type of steak. But Wagyu is just on a whole nother level. It is not normal to see this kind of marbling. And whenever I cook picanha, I like to keep it real simple. A good amount of salt and that's it, nothing else. Keeping it simple is best. So now I let it sit so that the salt can penetrate. As the end cut of the picanha, I'm going to be doing something different. Notice that I'm trimming the fat. We're going to put it to good use. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to get the tip and the shorter steak and cut it in small little cubes. Believe me, I know this seems weird, but you're going to understand real shortly. Because the first thing I did was to start cooking the fat and let it render. I'm going to be putting this to really good use. And on a separate pan, I went ahead and started cooking up the chopped picanha. This one, just like the previous one, I'm only seasoning it with salt as well. Believe me when I tell you, it doesn't need anything else. But I'm going to be combining with the fat that I rendered previously so that the whole thing can confit nice and slow, maximizing the Maillard reaction. You've heard of bacon bits? This is picanha bits. Crispy, crunchy, full of flavor, and delicious. Now notice that I have a lot of fat left. So with that, I went ahead and strain it because we're gonna also put this to good use. Because the next thing to do is to go ahead and make some very flavorful mac and cheese. So into a pan, I threw in that Wagyu fat, brought it up to temperature, and immediately threw in all-purpose flour. The key here is to cook up the flour a little bit. Then I went ahead and added some cold milk. You see, we're doing something that is called bechamel. This mixture will start thickening up on you real quick. And when it did, I went ahead and added some cheddar cheese. I mixed that up real good until it became a very flavorful cheesy sauce. Next up, after cooking the pasta, I threw it right in. Because once it's fully mixed, I went ahead and started plating it up. First by adding a generous amount of that mac and cheese, followed by the picanha bits. And of course, for some color, I went ahead and added some chives. As the next thing was the most important one of them all. And that will be the Wagyu picanha steaks. Now to cook them, you better believe I went outside. Whenever you cook Wagyu picanha, the first thing you want to do is to put a nice wonderful crust. Keep rotating the grill and flipping it as many times as necessary. Because once it was fully seared, I cooked it in indirect heat until it reaches 135 degrees Fahrenheit. Because in the end, I was left with this, the perfectly cooked picanha, the queen of all meats. I'm telling you friends, this is the best steak of your life. But after plating this up, the only thing left to do now is to give this a try and see if using picanha this way was a good idea or a bad one. So now I say it is enough talking and it is time to eat.
It looks good, but let's take a moment to shout out Dowstrong, the amazing sponsor of this video. You all know how much I love working with Dowstrong tools. From chef knives to slicers, they are razor sharp and super reliable. But when it comes to big, bad, breakthrough culinary tools, Dowstrong is in a league of its own. Like this insane 17-inch Titan slicer. It is practically a sword for your food. Or if you're into cleavers, Dowstrong's got you covered. From 9-inch obliterators to 14-inch annihilators, these just power through meat and bones with pure power. So if you're looking to experience some of the boldest, high-performance knives out there, head over to Dowstrong.com and get shopping. All right, everybody, you already know what it is. So, what does it look like? Does it look good?
Yeah, it looks good, but what are those little black bits on top?
That is tiny little bits of picanha.
Oh, let's go.
That's so much better than bacon bits right there.
I feel terrible saying that today picanha should not be the star, all right? And I know you already said it in the beginning of this video that you love that this is not Guga Foods because there's no experiment.
It's just good food.
You just get to eat, everybody. There's nothing going on over here. So, okay. So he picked up the plate to be first.
This guy's greedy, bro. He's selfish. This is the type of food that Angel likes. There's no vegetables. There's nothing but like carbs and cheese.
So it's all about, oh, you're going already.
Oh, I'm ready. I got a full bite. I got a full
I want you to
bite.
taste the mac and cheese first, my bro. It's all about the mac and cheese. The picanha is just a regular picanha.
When you say Wagyu mac and cheese, I'm thinking it's Wagyu and mac and cheese.
To be specific, it's not a regular picanha. It is a Wagyu picanha.
Of course it is.
So I don't want to disrespect the queen like that. I want to know about this mac and cheese. Let's see. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh yeah.
Oh, the little crunch.
That's stupid good. It's crazy how even though the picanha is very tiny, you can still get a nice beefy flavor from it.
Correct. It's because you know what happens is mac and cheese is very soft, right? So when you take each individual bite, it's just the same exact texture. That's why these little bits. That's why they put bacon sometimes. Sometimes they put like breadcrumbs. Sometimes they put other things. It's just for that nice different texture. You take individual bites, everybody. Highly recommend. Is it good?
Worked like a charm, those little bits. It's so good.
The pasta is like so rich too. It's surprising because I feel like I tasted some Wagyu even though I only had the little picanha bits on it.
It's the fat, bro. There's a Wagyu fat in there. Instead of using butter, we use Wagyu fat. You know, a lot of times you got a lot of trimmings from different things and you don't use it. That's a great way to use it, everybody. Can we make this official? Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
That one hits different, everybody.
Ultra beefy, ultra delicious. Holy that's good.
No cursing, bro. I apologize.
Sorry, children. I apologize. But look, this is. I was about to say something again. This is good. All right, it's really good.
It's like you said, the richness of this dish is incredible. You got the actual Wagyu picanha. You got the little bits on top of the mac and cheese. And bro, the mac and cheese is so damn creamy. I can't say anything bad about it.
It's so perfect to pair this Wagyu steak with the macaroni because honestly, I can't tell which is softer, the steak or the pasta. They're both so melt in your mouth, soft. It's ridiculous.
Today, which one you like better, the picanha or the mac and cheese?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna have to go with the picanha.
You're gonna make me say it.
Wow, the mac and cheese, damn.
I mean, technically there's picanha in the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
The little bits of picanha, it makes it go up. It's so good. Like, the little crunch is perfect.
You don't even need the picanha because that mac and cheese is so beefy on its own. It's kind of weird.
The wonderful thing about it, everybody, is that you can use anything to make with it. Do it with guanciale. Do it with bacon. Any kind of fat will work. You're just basically making a bechamel sauce with the fat instead of butter. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, be sure to subscribe. Remember, everything I use is always in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. It's so good.
That's amazing.
It's cold. It's so freaking cold. All right, everybody, we are making Dippin' Dots ice cream. Got my brother Nate here. Nate from the internet.
Good to be here.
Is this gonna work?
Oh yeah.
So what is that?
This right here is a dewar, which is a special container meant to hold cryogenic liquids. This one is full of liquid nitrogen. All right.
I gotta say, that already looks like a science experiment, everybody.
It does.
Huh? Is it okay to stand here? Is it toxic or no?
No, liquid nitrogen is just the condensed version of nitrogen gas, which is in our atmosphere all around us.
Why does it keep boiling, man? That's kind of cool.
So you know the boiling point of water is 212 degrees Fahrenheit, and at that point it goes from a liquid to a gas. Well, the boiling point of liquid nitrogen is negative 320 degrees Fahrenheit. So anything that's warmer than 320 below zero is gonna make it boil. But we do have some pretty fun stuff we can do with this liquid nitrogen.
Yeah, what is all this?
Cereals are pretty fun. If you take some of the cereal and you put it in the liquid nitrogen, all of the air inside that puff is going to cool down a lot. And then what we can do is we can take them out, drip off all the liquid nitrogen, and then creates a vapor of just tiny little moisture particles that comes out as that fun vapor.
And there's no dangers whatsoever there?
When you're chewing it, you want to keep it moving around in your mouth because it is still very, very cold. So if you set it on your tongue and just left it there, you'd probably freeze or burn your tongue a little bit.
Oh, no good.
So you just keep it moving and quickly chew it, and you're good.
Move it in my hands and then go in fast?
Don't warm it. Yeah, go right now. There you go. I like doing it with cheese puffs. They're good.
Why?
They work
They're
well.
salty?
And there's so much air in there to cool down, you get like a lot.
Cool, but listen, enough science, let's get to the good stuff. How are we gonna make this happen now though?
You know, first we need to have it be a liquid. So let's melt these down.
Ooh, that's kind of melty already. Need to say we want this as a liquid. Let's go.
So all we have to do is drip the liquid into the liquid nitrogen and we should start getting our Dippin' Dots.
How come some are floating and some are sinking to the bottom?
I think they float at first and then as they cool down, they sink. It's the gas nitrogen around it that's keeping it lifted. But then once it cools down enough, it's just touching the liquid nitrogen and falls back down in.
Got it. Is this literally how they do it in the real store where you pay a lot of money for? Because it would be pretty inefficient one person squeezing the bottle all day long. You know what I'm saying, everybody? Maybe that's why it costs so much. There you go, everybody. McDonald's McFlurry Dippin' Dots ice cream. It is incredible, everybody, how well it works and how easy it is to make this.
I think we can go even better though.
Really?
Oh,
is there a faster way? Because the only problem I see this squeezing little by little is...
Yes, there is. I think we have something that can speed this up even a bit more.
Let's do that.
What is this contraption?
This little device is invented for making molecular gastronomy spherification. And so it lets us fill the syringe and then drip it out through these little points at the bottom so you can do a bunch of drips at once.
I like that idea. Let's see how much more you're gonna speed up the process. Now that is way faster. And that is what we call science.
Yes, science!
Nate is working on that. We're gonna go ahead and finish these other flavors because we wanna taste it and see if the texture is similar to Dippin' Dots. Is this good? Oh, wow. It's real good. It's so good.
That's amazing.
It's cold. It's so freaking cold. Yo, this turned out fantastic, Nate. It is literally Dippin' Dots.
We nailed it, I think. This is
Look at that. That is amazing.
Warm up.
Easy to make, as long as you have liquid nitrogen available and you have Nate. Without Nate, not gonna work.
Yes, I am magic and made it work.
Thank you for coming, Nate. I appreciate it, brother. You're the man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Guys, check out Nate's channel, the link in the description down below. He's a great friend. This has been an awesome experience. I hope you guys get to try it. And in case you don't want to make it, you still can buy it. You're just gonna pay a lot of money for it. As a matter of fact, wait, buying the liquid nitrogen is not cheap.
It's more expensive for you than when I get liquid nitrogen, it costs like a third as much as you pay.
Yo, that's $100, everybody. A little bit like this. That's a lot of money.
It's the experience.
That's what matters. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. On today's video, we're going to be reacting to the OG of barbecue on YouTube. I'm talking about Malcolm Reed. He has cooked many things, and I'll be honest, when I first started YouTube, I've learned a lot from him. Some of the things that he cooks is just absolutely delicious, and my mouth waters every time. And today he's cooking a huge tomahawk steak, and I cannot wait to see. Enough talking about it, let's begin.
Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today we're going to be cooking this tomahawk ribeye. I mean, check this out. 3.5 pounds, prime Angus beef. The marbling looks awesome. You know it's going to be good.
Let me just say this. He has the best accent ever, everybody. He's just a welcome accent. I just love to listen to him. Now, I do have a few things to say about this tomahawk. Notice that it's not only 3 pounds, it's a thick boy. And that's what you want whenever you're cooking a nice, beautiful steak like this. I used to think that cooking thick steaks is not a good idea because I was just thinking cook a steak just for me. But I've learned with time that you can cook one steak for multiple people. And I'm pretty sure that's the case here.
Giant ribeye steak, still on the rib bone. They French it back to where it creates this handle on it. And you've just got a behemoth of a piece of beef here.
Now I want you to notice one thing. Pay attention to a little bit of oxidation on top of the steak. That is totally fine. It's normal. I've actually done a crazy experiment about oxidations on steaks, and believe it or not, it's just looks, because the taste is not going to be modified whatsoever. The important thing here is to make sure that the beef is fresh. If you smell and it smells okay, it's good. If you smell it and it's nasty, move on and grab something else.
First thing that I'm going to do to this tomahawk ribeye is get some salt, pepper, and garlic on it. I want to get that base foundation flavor.
Hell yeah.
Great for this. We're just going to season all sides of it.
I love it, everybody. Salt, pepper, and garlic powder. He knows exactly what to do. That's what I'm talking about.
Make sure you get the edges. All that fat's gonna cook down and give it some great flavor.
I want you to notice how much he actually seasoned that steak, which is quite a bit. Remember, a lot of that steak will get stuck to the grill grate or a cast iron skillet, and you're gonna lose a lot of that seasoning. So make sure you season your steak properly.
Needs about 30 minutes setting out at room temperature. You don't have to stick it back in the refrigerator. It's gonna start working on this beef. It's going to penetrate it. We're going to get some of that flavor deep down in it.
That's a great tip right there, letting the salt penetrate nicely and deeply into the meat if you can give it 30 minutes. But if you want to do it even better, leave it overnight. What happens? First, the salt actually draws out moisture from the steak. Then the steak reabsorbs that just like a sponge, seasoning the whole thing all the way through. That is, if you leave it overnight, it is called dry brine.
Fire up my PK360, and I'm just going to use a charcoal of Royal Oak briquette briquettes, got a couple wax cubes to get the fire going. It's gonna take about 15 minutes. These coals will be fire hot. Once those coals are getting hot, just dump them in. And we're gonna set up a 2-zone fire today in the PK.
I used to use the charcoal chimney quite a bit, everybody. It works fantastic, but it takes, like he said, about 15 minutes for you to light up your charcoal. If you can get your hands on a flamethrower, everybody, it's going to cut down from 15 minutes to 4 minutes. And it's fully lit just like this. Plus, on top of that, I'll be honest with you, the flamethrower is just fun. And as you can clearly see, he's doing 2-zone cooking. That is the key of any grill. Regardless if you have a gas grill or a charcoal grill, you must have a safety net to put the steaks if the thing starts getting out of hand.
I'm gonna put all the coals over on one side, and this is gonna be our searing side, and then we're gonna have a cool side to slow things down to really cook this tomahawk all the way through.
See how he stacked charcoal on top of each other? Most people don't put enough charcoal and they just put one layer. The more charcoal you stack on top of each other, the more heat it's gonna produce, giving you a nice quick sear, and that's what you want.
Now we're ready to put the grate in place, and then right on top of that, I'm setting a set of grill grates. I've got a little cooking spray.
Oh no!
Nice and hot. They're gonna be ready for that steak in just a second.
Are you guys familiar with that? That's the grill, seared mark, grates, whatever it might be. And if you don't know how I feel about sear marks, you're about to find out real shortly.
Okay, our tomahawk's been hanging out for about 30 minutes while we got that PK fired up.
Nice.
And you can see it's already starting to work on the outside of the meat. It's pulling some of that moisture out. It's kind of making that rub a little tacky. It's gonna give it a great little crust on top when we get it over on those hot grill grates. The next thing I'm gonna do to it, right before we put it on the grill, is hit it with a little coarse rub. And I'm using my steak rub. Hey, you can use any kind of flavors you want to season a tomahawk steak like this. If you like simple salt and pepper, go for it. Make this recipe your own.
I love that he tells you to keep it your own. I'm not a huge fan of adding additional seasoning on top of the salt, pepper, and garlic powder. You can, but be very careful if you're adding any rub that has sugar. Sugar burns, and it's just gonna ruin your steak if you don't pay attention. But there's nothing wrong with that. You can add anything you like. I'm a salt, pepper, and garlic powder purist.
I'm just going with a layer of this coarse ground steak rub. You don't have to get real heavy with it, but it creates a nice bark too. It gives a little crunch on top as those flavors cook.
That is very true.
I mean, this is a man steak right here. I'm ready to get this ribeye.
That's a men's steak, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
All right, the PK should be good and hot. I want to see at least 600 degrees at grate level. I'm just going to use my new thermopen here. I'm saying 620. That's perfect. I mean, this is going to be
That's good, hot enough.
Ready for that ribeye. Saying 622, 630. We're ready to put this thing on.
So having a thermometer to check, or also a thermometer gun, is a great tool to have. And if you don't, in Brazil, what we do is we put our hands on top of the charcoal. If you can hold it there just for 1 second and you gotta immediately take it off before getting burned, that's how you know it's hot enough. 1 second, or maybe even half a second. Whoa! It's ready to go. If you can hold it for 2 seconds there, you need more charcoal.
I'm just gonna lay it right on the rack, kind of at an angle. And we're gonna press down, make sure we get some good contact. And then we need to set a timer. We're looking for about 2.5 minutes, and then we're gonna put that twist on it. So let's get the lid closed, get a timer going, and we'll be right back. All right, we're looking at 2.5 minutes. It's time to put a little twist on this tomahawk. I'm just gonna do it like this, ease it up, get it right over on this hot side. And we're gonna mash it right back down. Go ahead and put some gloves on, because you know it's gonna be hot. Close it down, set that timer for another 2.5 minutes.
He's trying to get those grill marks, everybody. I'm so against this method here because it does look nice and something that you would see on a poster, but in overall flavor and taste is just not my thing. I just much rather a nice golden brown color overall throughout the steak versus pieces of burnt steak, just to make sure that it's pleasing to the eye.
All right, we've been a total of 5 minutes. It's time to flip this tomahawk, get the other side marked up a little bit. I'm just gonna grab it. Check that out. That is beautiful.
I would like for you to take a closer look at that, everybody. Take a look at that. Do you see the golden brown pieces between the burned grill marks? That is delicious. It's called Maillard reaction. Basically, the sugars are caramelizing and creating the brown thing that we all love. It includes in a lot of things that you cook, like butter, bread. That is delicious. The char from the grill marks does almost nothing but the looks, and it doesn't taste good. And if you overdo it, it's bitter. It's not my thing.
Get the lid closed. We're gonna go another 2.5 minutes. All right, we're gonna put another little twist on this side.
I mean, take a look at that, everybody. I think it's burned. It's just burned. Why is it burnt? Don't burn the steak, man.
Press it down, get some good grill contact. Get the lid closed fast. Looking good. All right, so our steak's been seared on all sides now. I'm just gonna take it off and check this out. I mean, it's
show it to me. Makes me mad, everybody. It makes me mad. Look at it. Look between the burn marks. I mean, no.
The steak over on the indirect side. We're just gonna lay it over here, let the bone hang out. That's okay.
That's fantastic. He's cooking it in indirect heat. So what I would have done differently is I completely get rid of that grill mark, tool, griddle, whatever you want to call it, okay? Then instead of having the steak there for 2 minutes and 30 seconds like he said, I would do it for only 30 seconds each, flipping constantly until I get a visual cue of a nice golden brown color that I'm happy with. That will produce a much better tasting steak. I guarantee you, everybody. I promise you it will be better. Another thing that I would do it differently is I would also sear the fat a little bit. He doesn't have that option with that grill thing, whatever it's called, because if he sears the fat there, it's just gonna completely burn. He knows that. So he's trying to use the indirect heat to render out a little bit of that fat. But if you do the flip method, you are actually able to manipulate the golden brown crust of the fat as well.
It's right there. The steak fits right on it. And in our bottom drip pan, I'm gonna start melting some butter. Got a little butter going down.
Oh, hell yes!
It's butter, thyme, garlic, babe. That's what I'm talking about.
Thyme, some rosemary in there. Then I've got about a head of garlic. All that's gonna mix, catch the drippings of this steak. And don't forget, I'm gonna add a little olive oil. I'm using a chef alarm, and I've got a probe that I'm just gonna stick in a thick part of this ribeye. I wanna go right dead center of the loin part of the ribeye.
Use a thermometer. Always use a thermometer.
We'll get it off about 125 and then let it rest. We're gonna keep the lid closed and we're just gonna watch it cook. It's gonna climb up slow and that's what we wanna see. All right, let's check and see if the butter's melted here.
That is looking nice, but take a look at the grill marks again. Why is grill marks so popular? That should be the title of this video. And grill marks for life.
Well, we're already up to about 85 degrees internal. Got a little ways to go. Bone's looking good. It's down here. Now it's over the hot area still, so if it starts getting too dark, we can always put just a little bit of aluminum foil over it to protect it. Right now, I'm just gonna let it go. It's looking good. Get the lid closed. We're just gonna keep on cooking. Y'all keep watching. All right, you can see our chef alarm, 125. This is where I want it to be. 126 is fixing to pop. What I'm gonna do is verify it now. We'll get my new thermopin out here.
He's double checking it, everybody. He's double checking. I like that.
You can see 125, 127, 126, it's holding, it's matching that chef alarm. 126, perfect now. I know it's there. I'm gonna give it one last baste here. We've got all that good steak juice that's dropped down in our pan. Mixed with that butter, those herbs, that garlic, olive oil. I mean, check that out. This dude's screaming hot. You can hear it sizzle. I'm gonna set it down. So I'm just letting this tomahawk ribeye hang out on the board. It needs 5-10 minutes minimum to rest.
I love that he says 5-10 minutes minimum. You don't want to let it rest for like, you know, an hour or 30 minutes. A lot of people say that rest your steak the same amount of time it took you to cook. That is a thick cut of steak and maybe took him about 40 minutes or 30 minutes to cook. If you let that steak rest for 40 minutes, that thing is going to be cold, everybody. 5-minute rest, maximum 10 minutes is good enough.
We want it to stay juicy inside. If I cut right into it, you know we'd lose all that. We seared it on all sides for about 2.5 minutes each turn.
Take a look at that steak, everybody. Notice that where it's actually golden brown towards the edges is better than the middle. If that whole thing was nice golden brown, would have been amazing.
So I can't take it anymore. It's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna have to cut this steak up.
That's the hard part. Letting it rest sometimes is so difficult. It's so difficult.
Is just take my knife and follow the bone. We're going right down it. I mean, take it right off. We'll put that bone to the side. You know there's some good stuff there. But look at that piece of steak. I mean, don't you just want to eat that spinalis? All that fat that was right there around the edge, it's gotten real crispy. I'm gonna cut it right where we had it probed.
So here's what happened there. When he was cooking in indirect heat, it was actually quite hot. It should be a little bit lower temperature to cook it more evenly. That's why the fat is kind of like charred up. That's another thing that I would have done it a little bit different. Cook it in a little bit lower heat.
Let's see how we did. And check that out. That is just beautiful. I'm gonna cut up this front piece.
Now I want you to notice one thing here. It looks like it's medium and not medium rare, but that's because of lighting, camera lighting. Whenever you see a video online and you see that there's a lot of blue reflecting, blue is the enemy of red. So it's basically contradicting the colors, and that's why it doesn't look so pink. But by experience, I can tell you that's perfect medium rare.
And this is awesome. I'm gonna get a piece right here. I know it's gonna be tender as it could be.
And then?
Wow. That is incredible tasting beef. I mean, it's just got so much flavor. I mean, you get the salt, the pepper, all the seasons we put on the outside, but with a tomahawk like this, you really taste the beef. It's cooked perfect.
Damn, I'm salivating right now. I will eat that like there's no tomorrow, everybody. That looks absolutely delicious. Would I do it differently? Yes, you already know, and I already made points out of it. But damn, let me tell you this. That looks incredible. It looks phenomenal. He enjoys the grill marks. That's totally fine. It is cooked to perfection, even though like it looks like it's overcooked because of lighting, but it's cooked perfectly. I can tell you immediately, and there's nothing wrong with that steak. That is why Malcolm Reed is the OG of barbecue on YouTube, everybody. If you are watching this video, Malcolm, I would love to collaborate with you, make a video together. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys would like to see that, because this guy here is a hero. He has taught so many people how to do things properly. And even though we might not agree on everything in the grill marks, but besides that, that is a phenomenal steak. I will eat that every single day if I could, everybody. My doctor might not like it, but I would. That is phenomenal. Let us know in the comments down below if you want to see a collaboration happen, because this guy is awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.